What's up, witches, wizards, wand wavers, and whatnot? I got some special news. I'm alive, first off. Welcome back to the shop. It's been a while, and I know I've come out several times and been like, hey, guess what? We're gonna do this and that, and not too much has come of it. Although I do have lots of videos and things I'm excited to share, as I always say. I've got a big backlog of what I just finished up. But anyway, I'm sorry it's been a while, but I'm glad to be back on camera and sharing again. And I was just thinking, I finally caught up with all my orders. We're packaging off the last few right now and getting everything squared away. So I have one other custom that I had been waiting on that I'm taking on, and that's exciting. But other than that, like I'm at a fresh start and I'm ready for what's next. So let's talk about some of those exciting things. We're gonna have a new approach to orders. I'm not going to be drowning anymore underneath all these, the saying, you bite off more than you can chew, sums it up pretty well. I'm gonna have things be a very good turnaround and a good communication. I'm gonna do the things I've always wanted to do, but we just grew too quick and I was always just drowning in it. I'm looking over here at my list of things that I need to talk about. We're going to be custom order focused for the most part. And that means I'm going to really get down on, I have so many cool custom requests that have been sent to me for years now that I haven't been able to get to because I've been just backlogged on the first customs and the first things that I've done. Excuse me. So, and I'm going to be focused on the process of those and sharing that with everyone. And so I guess what I have to say is bring it on as far as the designs, and I'm really excited to get to work on them. And I know a lot of you already have. You've sent me several emails, and now is that day that I've been talking about, where it's like, oh, we'll get back to you and everything like that. That day is like now. We're going to start going through those things, so be patient with us because there's a lot. And we'll take on the people who are ready to order, and we come to agreement on things. We'll do it kind of in a first serve basis on who gets back to us. And yeah, so another thing is no more Pottermore replicas, and by that I am talking about one of these three designs. No more, I say, no more. I'm sorry. I've made more than I can count. There's other people who will gladly make these, and I will refer those that I already have to making one of these three designs in a different length and wood and type and all that. But I'm definitely, I've made it. So back to these. Sorry, the phone died. I won't be making any more of these. There's plenty of other people who would be willing to make them that are great wand makers, and I will refer to those. But for every time I make another one of these, there's something great out there that I'm missing out on that I can make for someone. They're awesome. I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, but I'm tired of them. And so yeah, enough said about these. Nothing wrong if you want one of those, but I'm not making them anymore. Just my one-of-a-kind designs, my own things, and the great customs that other people are coming up with. So we'll come back over here and let's see what we got next. Wand Chooses the Wizard has been kind of a staple item for us that we've had, and that's where you explain something about yourself and I tailor the wand to you. I don't want to go away with that completely, but it's going to be done in a specials kind of little by little basis. It won't be one of our main always open items, but we will have it pop up where you can go ahead and snag one of those and be able to have those made in the different, and instead of having all the different tiers like apprentice through, it'll just be the best work I can offer you. And you just explain different things that you'd like about it, and that'll all be encompassed in the price and everything. Yeah, so going away with the different levels of that, because the other thing I'm going to be doing is having ready to ship wands right off the shelf. And that I'm excited for, because in the process, whether it was canceled orders or draft wands that never got finished, or I went a different direction, or just in my tinkering or when I had ideas, I literally have hundreds of wands this is just one of like 7 like cases like this that are all in progress. So anyway, it's kind of symbolic to how I have these 2 wands, and one of these is the very first wand that I made for like Osborne's Wand Shop back when we did a Kickstarter. This is made out of Mora wood, and it is very, roughly carved with my first flex cut knife, and I didn't even really finish doing it or all these details because I had all these other things, but I decided never to touch it again. Like, I could finish this or make it something more, but I like it as it is. It shows kind of the best and the worst of my brain and the way that I work, and so I saved that. But there's an example of a few years later of the kind of involvement of wands and things that I've done. And so this is my first one that's for me, and then this was the next one. And there's a couple cool stories about this that I'll share over time. But yeah, the next step is going to be kind of a transformation for me. Like this is how I used to be, very rough, uncut, and trying to, you've seen my work, it's evolved and everything, but I'm talking about the way that I approach my work, the way I handle it with customers, the way that I communicate, the way I do everything. I'm in a much better place with my mental health, and my physical health is currently much more stable than it has been. Still up and down, but I'm excited because I am no longer drowning under these orders. I am now caught up, and any of these other times where I've talked and said things will be better, I was just getting closer. I'm actually officially here. So I can say goodbye to consistently being inconsistent. And now we can move on to what's next. So there's my little update, and I'm excited and super appreciative for seeing these messages from you guys that weren't asking about wands. You were asking about me. That meant a lot. To come through and be like, hey, how are you doing? Some of you being like, I'm aware of whether you message my wife and you're like, I'm aware of Isaac's health or things like that. How's he doing? Not how's the stuff going? How's the business? How's the process and all that? It helped me realize that a lot of you out there really do listen and care about kind of where I've been at and stuff, so thank you. And now we can start getting into the questions about the wands and stuff. We can really start growing and sharing that, but for real this time. So I'm taking a new direction, bear with me, and let's make it something great. And I really want to do more things with the community and with the people that I'm making the wands for. I want to do wand challenges, wand giveaways with follow-throughs and things like that. I just talked to one of our last giveaways that we did. This is how busy I've been. I couldn't get to a giveaway until I finished my paid custom orders, and I was able to do that. We're talking with them right now. So I'm really excited for what's next, and Osborne's Wand Shop's back, I guess. I was out of commission, and now I'm taking commission, so thank you.